So our first story is a perfect choice about a postgraduate certificate program now being offered at Mohawk College. Even the name screams AMI.
The Accessible Media Production program is the only one of its kind in Ontario. It teaches students how to produce accessible content.
On the day I visited, they were learning best practices for creating closed captioning. Let's head to Hamilton and go back to school.
Today we're going to be following up on the captioning and the best practices and guidelines that we were looking at last week.
Rob Harvie is one of the lecturers of Mohawk College's new Accessible Media Production program. He teaches the closed captioning, ASL integration, and descriptive video sections of the course. And like all the lecturers in this program, he is an expert in his field.
You can't make all things fully accessible to everyone in all ways, but there are increasingly best practices and techniques and technologies for making these things happen.
And that's where this groundbreaking program comes in, and the person responsible for its creation is the program's coordinator and faculty member, Jahnke.
Mohawk recognized that there was a real need in the media industry to have media being created in a way that is accessible for all individuals. And through our interaction and experience with the Broadcasting Accessibility Fund, we had a lot of interest in accessible media production, and so we started a postgraduate program.
Not only is there an industry need for this type of education, like Jennifer mentioned, there is also a thirst from the next generation of content producers to learn how to make accessible content. Letera Couto is one of those students, and she is excited to enter a field that promotes positive change.
This accessibility awareness is going to start in the education system and teaching especially young children about accessibility and about everyone deserves the right to be able to access anything. So I kind of want to make a difference, but as well, I do want to help people understand that it's not that hard.
Fellow student Aiann Oishi believes that people want to be inclusive, but it often comes down to a lack of awareness.
I think a lot of people do want to make their media pieces accessible, right? But I think not everyone knows how, and they also don't realize, like I myself didn't realize, a lot of the tools are readily available to you, right? Sometimes they're free, or they're already installed in programs that you already have. Like take, for example, the accessible documents. You can do that easily in Microsoft Word.
Now that the students are getting the tools for their future careers, the only question that remains is where they will use them. Student Lisa Syms is excited to see what's next.
My question for myself now is, where am I going to go with this? Because the door, it's wide open. Like me and my fellow graduates we could sit behind a computer and caption all day long. We could be remediating documents. We could be an advocate for people with disabilities. So it's an exciting time, but I also would like to kind of have a crystal ball and kind of see where we're all going to land.
Thanks for coming, and I'm glad that you've all learned something and going out into the world and applying it.
It is very encouraging that there is a graduate program dedicated to accessible media production.
Absolutely, although I would like to see the broader topic of accessibility taught at a younger age and throughout the education system.
If you at home are interested in the program, you can find out more at mohawkcollege.ca.